Another game with me and Pika. This time I'm going to be playing the Animator, and Pika's going to be playing the Dancer. The Animator is a unique character as they don't have a deck of cards, but instead have a set of abilities tied to animation frames that they're able to play on the board. As the Animator, their powers are never immediate, instead they have to plan out their actions ahead of time with these animation frames across the boards. Because their actions are telegraphed, they'll need to carefully plan out their frames in order to corner their opponents. While not the most difficult character to play, since there's less randomness, there is a lot of complexity to the Animator as you have to plan out your actions in advance. The Animator is also having troubles barely meeting deadlines. The Dancer is a graceful fighter able to glide across the board with ease. The more they move, the more scales they place, which is able to be switched into either fish or damage once 3 scales are in a spot. Once ascended, they're able to deal damage with their frenzy tokens through their fish. The Dancer is somewhat difficult as you have to figure out their best placement, but their complexity is not too hard. Luckily, they're very slippery.
Hey, well, we both won one match, so this will decide it all. Let's get going.
Let's get going.
Can't escape from crossing fate! Fight!
So, you draw, I place animation frames.
Wait, who's going first?
You're going first.
Okay, so, yeah, I will draw, you will place a running frame,
And
looks like.
I've got a running frame, and gosh darn it, where do I want to place it? Because I got to think of how this dang character works. And you're going to be moving all over the place. What's this matchup? You know what? Let's just be safe, and let's just give me a spot there.
Okay, so, what is this matchup? My god. This is a lot. Okay. Let's get started then. I'm gonna intention B.
Ooh, just going for the masterpiece. All right. No reaction for me.
Alrighty, I will progress my masterpiece, and I'll jump here.
All right.
Drop a scale. And then, I'm going to calling step.
You know what? Just because I don't have much I can do on my turn anyway, I'm going to exhaust so that way I can animate one frame and then animate one other frame.
That is fine.
All right. So I'll hop over here.
Alrighty, so I cannot move anyone towards me with calling step, but I will jump here.
Ready for another calling step.
Yep, calling step number 2.
Well, I've got no further reactions.
Alrighty, so I will move you here, and then I will jump here. And leave a scale there. And then I'm gonna diving step.
Ooh. No response.
Alrighty, I will jump all the way over here. And leave 1, 2, 3 scales. And pass pass the turn.
All right. So, I mean, okay, so actually I did double check. And a zone can have multiple frames but not have any duplicate frames.
Masterpiece first.
Oh, thank you, yes.
I mean, if you don't want it, you can just not take it. That's fine with me.
Boop.
Okay.
Yeah.
I draw a card.
And I place a frame. Now, the thing I could do is immediately just try to punch you. But that seems risky as all get out.
Also, the punches are all the way in the back. So
right. I just have movement frames. Hey, let's just put a movement frame. 'Cause next I'm going to have a throw. And where I'm going to place things. So let's go there. Alright, because yeah, I'm going to go ahead with the basic animator play of my intention to then summon 12 frames per second and 24 frames per second.
No response.
Alright, so let's summon one there and one here.
Okay.
And with them, I need to start placing things. So let's start off with 12 frames per second Chan to exhaust her and place the next 2 frames of my track.
No response.
So let's place a throw and make sure I remember how throws work. Standee that is adjacent to this frame. If this frame zone also has a friendly standee, I throw that one and add a column or row of this one. Mismatch of words. So let's actually place it here. And then let's go ahead with exhausting 24 frames per second Coon to animate one frame.
Alrighty, no response.
I'm going to throw the animator over here.
Okay.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Yeah.
Oh, this frame zone also... Okay, yep.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
And with that, I'm going to end my turn.
Alrighty. I progress my masterpiece, and I'm gonna think about how I want to do that. Yeah, we'll just do here.
And I'm going to put a running frame here.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna use my... Well, how do I want to do this?
Do you want to do this?
Alrighty, I'm gonna diving step.
Alright. No response.
This is not really how I wanted to play Dancer, but I have no choice. I'm gonna fly all the way down here.
Yeah.
We scale, 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 scale. And then I'm gonna do another diving step.
Alright. With that, I will choose to exhaust 12 frames per second and 24 per second Chan to animate one frame.
No response.
All right. I'm going to move them there.
Alrighty, cool. And then I'm gonna jump all the way over here, trigger all of these. And then in 3 of them, I will place fishies.
Yay.
So, surprise.
Surprise fish.
So many fish. And then I'm gonna do my bee intention.
Seems good.
Finally. Just trying to fix this. Hold on.
Yeah.
There we go.
No response.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna jump all the way over here and progress my masterpiece. So scale, 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 and a scale. Then, I think my fish and I are done for the turn.
Oh, not going to move any fish?
Nope.
All
I'm
right.
happy with where they are.
All right. So I'm going to place my masterpiece there.
Alrighty.
And then draw. In the case of me, I actually draw. Haha. I'm gonna.
Oh, I get the joke.
Yeah.
I draw a card, you draw whatever this is.
Whatever this is. I'll just spread out my movements. I'm gonna go ahead with my intention. Exhaust me and select 2 of the effects to resolve. I'm gonna choose to progress my masterpiece and place the next 2 animation frames of my reel.
Okay, no response.
All right, so I'll kick this one off there, place
Alrighty.
mine there, and then my next 2 frames, they're punches. What do you know?
Okay.
So let's go with, let's put a punch there. Actually, no, let's put a punch here and a punch here.
Yep.
Because then, and let's go with exhausting 24 frames per second Coon to animate one frame.
Okay. That is fine. No response.
Which fish to punch? There's so
Yep.
many fish to punch. You know what? Let's spread out your jumping range, and I'm gonna kill the goldfish.
Alrighty, goldfish is dead.
Goldfish is dead. And you know what? Let's go ahead and do Back to the drawing board. Remove at least 5 frames from a board. Remove frames are not returned to the animation track until my track is empty.
No response.
All right, so let's get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right, that's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Back to my sketchbook. And then
I was looking to see how many cards you have, and I remembered that you don't.
I don't. Take all removed frames, shuffle them. Because is that gonna happen as soon as I remove 1 frame? Because if I 12 per frames per second to replace the next 2 frames, would the first one go and then the rest shuffle in?
I think, yeah, I think you just, I don't think you get a second one.
Okay. That being said, I should just place it and use it when I can.
I was still worried about playing this correctly, and I have absolutely no idea what the intention was there.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna exhaust 12 frames per second Chan to place the next 2 frames of my animation reel in any zones.
Yep.
And let's put a punch right here. Come at me.
Okay.
And then my track gets done, and then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once again, punches all the way at the end. Woohoo.
Yup. Great.
And with that, I will end my turn.
Alrighty. I will progress my masterpiece, and I will do it by... swapping this for this.
Yeah, makes sense.
Alrighty, and then I will drop. And what are you going to do?
I am going to place a run token right here. Yes.
Alrighty. I'm going to use my D intention.
Yeah, let's go for that sweet, sweet masterpiece. Jump in any direction. I'm gonna, let me just double check. Yeah, that should be fine.
Alrighty. I'm gonna respond to that, I think.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna respond to that with a converging step, and I'm gonna target this zone.
Ooh. Fun times had by all, which means I am going to exhaust myself to animate 2 frames.
Ready?
Any response?
Yeah, no response to that.
All right. So I'm going to run into this spot and then punch the purple fish.
Alrighty, purple fish is punched. And then converging step, I will remove 7 seals from the board. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Just to draw a card. Hey.
Just to draw a card.
Well, hey, getting resources.
Getting a card. And then I will progress my masterpiece, which will complete it. What?
Oh.
Hold on. I got it. Okay. I will complete it, and that means I get to gain 3 frenzy tokens.
Yes. And then you get to hop.
And then I get to hop, so I will hop here.
Excellent.
Totally not risky at all.
Totally not risky. Not in my punch zone.
No. Alrighty. Now then.
4 cards in hand.
Yep. Alrighty, I'm gonna diving step.
Ooh. I mean, while you're here, while you're in town, hey, I'm going to exhaust my 12 and 24 frames per second to animate 2 frames for the animate 1 frame.
Yep. I'm gonna pivoting step.
Pivot and step.
Okay. You have no response because you're out of stuff.
I'm out of stuff.
So I'm going to go 1, and then, oh come on, and then 2, and then I will place a scale here, and then the scales will explode here, and I'll just do nothing.
Yay.
Alrighty, and then that is done, and then you can animate any 1 frame. You can animate the punching frame if you want. I'd love it if you did that.
I could, but instead I'm just gonna go pop.
Alrighty. And then, yep. And then I'm gonna diving step, and I'm gonna dive all the way over here.
Ooh.
So we get that, and then all 6 of these scales are gonna go off. And I'm gonna summon 2 more fishies.
Hey, seems good. See?
So many fishies.
Those 7 scales were nothing.
Yeah. And then we're gonna have this fishy move in this direction. And I mean, you have no response.
I got no response.
Alrighty, it's gonna jump here and then kill your 12.
Ah.
Alrighty, and then this fishy is gonna move in this direction and kill your 24.
No.
So that's 2 frenzy tokens gone.
Yeah, you're using a lot of frenzy tokens for not hitting me.
Well, it's a little hard to hit you right now. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little hard to hit you right now, so I'm just gonna focus on caking out your economy.
My economy. My
Right.
deadlines.
Yeah, and then this fish is just gonna move here for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And then, what will my last action be? Yeah, I think I'm gonna diving step, and I'm just gonna fly over here.
Welcome.
Leave 2 skills behind. And pass the turn.
All right, and you're down to 1 card.
Not for long.
All right, so
I draw.
Yep, I press my masterpiece, and let's put a movement token or movement frame here. Here. Make sure I got a getaway. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to progress my masterpiece and summon, let's see. Let's go 12 frames per second is what I'm going to summon.
Alrighty, no response.
All right, so progress my masterpiece with
60.
yes. Ooh, don't.
Oh, you're dead.
No. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so when I ascend, I summon 60 frames per second in an adjacent zone, then deascend me. If he's already summoned, place all my stuff. Let's go with placing him here, and then I descend, and then I'll summon 12 frames per second adjacent to me. So I'll place him there. That exhausted me, of course.
Yep.
All right, so maybe I should have just waited a turn, but that's okay. So I'm going to choose to exhaust 24 frames per second Kun to animate 1 frame.
No response.
All right. I'm going to have 60 frames move up 1. Oh, actually, sorry. My actual intent was to then react to myself with them to place my next 2 frames.
Yup. Alrighty, that is... Well, actually. There's 2 frames. That's not punching. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so let's go with throw frame there and movement frame. Let's see. Here. And then I'll animate 1 frame, which will be moving 60 frames up 1 space. And with that, I'm out of resources. So, I could, let's see. Is there 5 things that I'd want to remove on the board? Yes. Yes, there is. So let's go back to the drawing board.
Yep, no response.
Let's grab... Nope. And 2, 3, 4. And just grab this from underneath it. And highlight all these. And bring them back to my sketchbook. Thank you. They're in. All right. And with that, I'll end my turn.
Alrighty. Okay, I will progress my masterpiece. I'll draw a card.
And I will animate my last punching frame. And I will set it up to punch right there.
Okay.
And then my thing gets shuffled, and my new track is move, punch, punch, run, run.
Alrighty. In that case, I'm gonna start things off with my B intention.
Really love your masterpieces.
Yeah, I kind of need them to win the game.
Kind of
so.
need them. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and exhaust myself to animate 2 frames.
2 frames, okay. So, what could you possibly do? 60 is what you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I am... Let's see. Okay. You know what? Yeah, I have no response.
No response. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and punch this purple fish.
What a shock.
And I'm going to move over here.
Alrighty, and then I'm going to progress my masterpiece, and I'm going to jump here, leave a scale behind.
Excellent.
Alright, and then this fishy is going to move in this direction.
Yes. In which case, I'm being fit to take a damage, I'm sure. That being said, just deciding, because let's see, I can just place 2 more frames, which I might as well just do while I can. So let's go. Yep, I'm gonna exhaust 60 frames to place the next 2 frames in my animation reel.
No response.
All right, so I'm gonna place a movement frame here, and then a punching frame here.
Alrighty, I'm going to then... Oh, this should be exhausted. I'm going to move here, and then I'll use my frenzy token to bop you for 1.
Bop me for 1. First damage.
Yup. First damage of the game. This is taking so long.
First blood.
I'm going to then have this fishy move in this direction. Any response?
No response. I'm out of actions.
I asked as if you could possibly have any response. I'm going to respond to 50 stuff.
Ooh, exciting. Yeah, no reactions here.
Alrighty, so I'm going to swap here. And then that leaves a scale behind. And then I'll swap here. And that leaves a scale behind. And then I'll swap here. Here. Oh, come on. Here. And that leaves a scale behind. And then finally, this fishy will move over here.
All right.
And then I'm done. I'm going to pass.
Pass. All right. So I will...
I'll draw while you're there.
Thank you. Because now here's the fun masterpiece game of, if you try masterpiecing again next turn, what's the play and how things will end up. What is my other action? Yeah, because I can't animate anymore. They nerfed Animator, so that way he didn't have just a built-in one for his intention for animating frames. So, let's see. Yeah, let's go like that. And we will start off with, and let's see, what's my next frame? All right. So let's go, that was your discard. Let's exhaust myself to progress my masterpiece and summon 12 frames per second Chan.
No response.
Alright, so let's place masterpiece there, and this becomes adjacent to me, so let's put her here. All right, and then let's see. 3 cards in hand. Hey, oh, this is a silly board.
This has been a silly board for like 4 turns.
Yes. I think I'm gonna have to use 12 frames per second chant to animate the next 2, or place the next 2 frames of my animation reel.
Okay, no response.
All right, so let's do punch and move. Let's go like that. Actually,
I see you're gonna punch yourself.
Potentially. Let's then go with. Do I need to clean up the board? Probably. Let's go with animating the boy to animate 1 frame.
Okay. No response.
No response, and I'm going to punch the goldfish.
Ready? I'm down a fish.
Down a fish. They'll be back.
Yep, they will.
All right, and then let's go with 60 frames per second, animate 1 frame, and then animate another frame.
No response.
No response. All right. So I'm going to move myself there, and then I'm going to throw myself all the way over here.
Oh my god.
I'm away, baby. And that will be... now, let's clear up this board. I will do back to the drawing board.
Yep. No response.
All right, so let's go. Let's grab these punches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's do like that. Oh. Grab the whole stack. And then I have to make sure I can see the sketchbook. There we go.
Okay.
All right, and then with that, that's my turn.
Alrighty. Okay, I will progress my masterpiece. We will both draw.
Yes. Where will I draw? Let's put a draw here. And then my sketchbook brings things back. So I've got a run, a punch, a run, and a punch.
Ready. I'm gonna diving step.
Diving step to jump anywhere on the board. So that's where you're gonna.
Well, not anywhere.
Well, no, but in a line.
Yeah. It's line dancing.
It's line dancing. Do I mind that you're line dancing? No response.
Okay. I'm gonna jump all the way over here.
I knew you would.
Yeah. I just kind of gotta like get in there and like win the game. You know how it is.
You know how it is.
Alright, and then I'm gonna do my pay attention.
All right, so let's see how this will play out as I'm going to exhaust the boy and the girl to animate a frame.
You know, I can see where this is going, and I legitimately don't think there's anything I can do about it, so, yeah, go ahead.
All right, I am going to exhaust myself to animate 2 frames.
Oh. Interesting. How's that gonna... Oh.
Yeah. You see what's up.
Yeah. Let's see. You know, if I thought this through better, I could have actually gotten out of this. But I forgot that you can... Oh, actually. Yeah, no response.
All right. I'll then exhaust 60 frames to place the next 2 frames down.
Okay. While we're here, I'm gonna converging step here, and then that will resolve it now. So I'm gonna go. I don't want to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ah, the boy.
Yeah, I wish I could get rid of him. 5, 6, 7. And then that will put a fishy here, and I will draw a card.
Nice. All right, so I'm going to place my next 2 frames, and I'm going to place, let's do a movement frame here, and also, as you were expecting, a punching frame there.
Alrighty, and then you're gonna just, I assume, hit me with the old 1, 2.
Yeah, so I hit you once, because I have to then animate another frame. So I'm going to move my boy here.
Okay. And then I get hit for 2.
And then you get hit for 2. A good animator reaction.
And I get the hell out of here. I'm gonna jump down here. Well, hold on. Let's do this in order. I progress my masterpiece, which will let me ascend. Oh, come on. Everything is falling apart. Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna ascend.
Yeah.
Get 3 more frenzy tokens. And then I will jump over here. Leave 2 scales behind.
And then I'm all out of reactions. I did everything to deal 2 damage in 1 turn during reaction, so...
Yep. I am very aware of this. I'm going to... Yeah, if you're out of reactions, then I've got you. I'm going to use the fishy going in this direction.
That's...
And then I'm going to respond with a converging step targeting this zone. Converging step happens. I will go 1, 2, 3. And we'll get a fishy right here. And then this fishy will punch you for 2.
Yeah. Well, that fish punches me for 1.
2. Yeah, for number 2. And then this fish will just go down here and punch you for 3.
GG.
Game. That took way too long.
What a matchup. And you know what? Like, I thought as the animator, I'm like, will you ever be in the space I need you to be? And surprisingly, you were. So that, honestly, a fun game, because it's not like the other, like, it wasn't like Fortune Teller that we did before, where it's like, oh, I'm trying to plan as where you're going to be. It very much felt like we were both playing, like, you do this, okay, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and you're going to do this, and we just kept bouncing off each other, and I really enjoyed this matchup.
We kept just, like, flying back and forth. I was scared for a moment when you did the animator and then the 24, because I was like, wait a minute, am I dead? And then I remembered you couldn't animate the same frame twice on animator's trigger, so I'm glad to be alive, to say the least.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't settle to take any more damage during that game, because that would have got me. I totally, like... Sometimes I just forget that you can do things as animator, and you can just, like, whack me for 2 out of nowhere if I'm not thinking hard enough. Sometimes it doesn't matter, though.
Yeah, but good game.
Yeah, good game. That was great.